Yes, we've got FJTV, so you can see with the title, yeah, I'll be honest, a little bit of clickbait, but basically, also, don't watch the appearance. I've had a beanie on for about 6 hours, my hair looks a bit mad. Finished my shift earlier, did a quick train session, and then I went to the cinema. What do Americans call it? The movies? I don't know. Went to the cinema, watched Alien Romulus, hence the theme of the title for the video. I apologise, there's a bit of an echo, but because it's late, I've had to come into a different room where there's lights. Because as I've said in the past, current circumstances, all of that, yeah. I've got my notes, blue tacked to the wall, yeah. Couple of things to go through quickly. The film, it was aight, you know, them ones. Obviously, I said, let me turn my brain off and just watch this film. Instantly forgetting that, bro, my third eye is just constantly downloading the data and then giving me the thoughts constantly, bro. I was 2 seconds away from making notes on my phone at one point during the film, but I was like, you know what, let me just chill, bro, yeah. Like I say, quickly for the film, yeah, it was alright, bro, yeah, the Alien franchise, whatever. That probably sounded weird, but anyway. I could talk all day long, but basically, that's probably a story for another day. Basically, the notes I made, that was an all for one video as well. Only just a few sentences. Anyway, I'm waffling. So now I've probably got a few people that have clicked off the video after clicking onto the video, and I'm going to name the title Unhinged Alien Romulus Review, because, quick thing I want to get off my chest, yeah. This is again another reason why I mentioned in a recent video, I don't like putting myself out there on the internet. I know that might seem counterintuitive, I know that might seem hypocritical, especially when I'm saying about in the future, but I know the future events of my own life. You know why? Because I'm creating it, bro, in real time, yeah, on a daily fucking basis. And one thing I know that will naturally manifest is these constant and continued YouTube videos. Yeah, here and there I might be a bit absent of it, but I understand, bro, and I know how this game works, and I know how this fucking internet thing works, bro, yeah. So like I said, bro, I don't even want the attention like that, bro. I know I've just got to tap in, speak it out loud into existence, obviously recording it and put it onto the fucking internet. And my fellow immortal souls will find it when they need to. I'll say something that will click and resonate, whatever cool, yeah. But let me not keep rambling, it's cool. In the film, they call the xenomorph the perfect organism. Instantly, Josh's brain goes, I can mention that in a YouTube video. You already are the perfect organism, yeah, and I'm going to get to that. Because obviously the theme of this video as well, the film was like with the black goo, which is another thing that just popped in my head I can talk about, but I'll do my best to remember it anyway. Perfect organism, immortality, all of that, typical sci-fi shit, yeah. And obviously, as I've already spoke about in these videos, I'm going to say again in this video, and I didn't even finish that fucking tangent, did I, yeah? The name of the title, Unhinged Review, because when I did the YouTube shorts, which was chopped up from videos, the most recent ones, yeah, I got a couple of, you know, negative comments on the one I did, talking about from the Battlefield video, basically, don't long for the battlefield, saying the true meaning of the quote, blood is thicker than water. I'm going to get onto that in this video because I don't want to prolong it any more than unneeded. And one of the comments was simulated reality, something unhinged, and I thought, bro, I'm fucking unhinged. You know why, bro? Because my mind is open to the truth of reality, bro, yeah. I'm not going to mention the time, even though I just did, but whatever, as I saw 333, again, for like the 5th time today. Straight away, I just remembered, there's literally artificial intelligence and there's literally AI programs that are meant and designed to put negative comments that come from fake accounts. It's not a real human, it's not a real immortal soul behind these comments anyway, yeah? So if you really have got an immortal soul, why would you want to argue with people on the internet? Of course you wouldn't. It's a waste of your valuable and precious time, even though time is infinite, yeah? And so are you as an immortal soul, but cool. But as soon as I saw that, I'm just like, okay, well, suck your mum, control or delete your comment. Another one of the comments, I think I replied to it as well. I think that was the one I replied to when I put why, question mark. Of course I didn't get a response. And straight away I was like, Josh, it's not real. They're not real. Why would you ask the AI a question? What could it possibly have to tell me? Because it's artificial intelligence. It's like a mirror, but it ain't the real divine mirror, like I've talked about in my videos. You can see why I'm calling this unhinged as well, bro. Yeah, I know I'm nearly 5 minutes in and already I can feel the way I'm talking. And I've got that much caffeine in the system as well. But cool, let me keep it going. And another thing that popped in my head when I was writing the notes and I put A.I, and I thought, it's not just artificial intelligence, it's artificial immortality, bruv, yeah? or you can call it AIS, artificial immortal soul, bruv, yeah. And that's another thing that I spoke about in, I think, my most recent video, when I'm saying about we're in this simulated reality, and there's a certain force in this entity, a certain force in this simulation with us that manifests in different forms and in different entities, but ultimately, imagine the same way my hand, imagine that could just morph into any potential thing, but imagine a better way of visualising it, like I said in the recent video, like the black goo, the symbiote from the Spider-Man and Venom series, films, whatever, franchise, yeah, but imagine that's kind of like floating and that you can just, you know, come up in here and morph into like a weird human face, and then it can contort into like a, you know, again, the typical horror film shite of like, oh, this is scary. No, bro, there ain't no such thing as fear. The same way, bro, I've been living in this empty house, I say empty, I'm in here, yeah, and same when it's like this, and that's the sound of the extractor fan in the bathroom, bro. When it's dead quiet in here, bruv, and I do my meditation and I do the breath work, and especially when I've been on the peaks of streaks and the semen retention, bruv, yeah. Not afraid to say about having wet dreams since being in this house, bruv, yeah. Though obviously nuke the streaks, and obviously, of course, it happens when I had some shit food and just fell asleep and didn't meditate, but that's a story for another day, yeah. But then when I did tap in, and the lustful thoughts are there, like I've said before, like clouds passing through the sky being your mind, the clouds being thoughts that aren't even yours, yeah? They're just in the ether. So when it's saying about, yeah, just look at the pixels, Josh, yeah, actually been on a good streak, and then obviously because you're healthy and the blood flow, and then whoosh, yeah, let's just see what happens. And I'm like, nah, bro. And then again, like I said, with the breath work and the meditation, all of that, not to get on another tangent. But like I said, bro, sometimes my third eye flickers alongside the breath work and the DMT, and I see the entities lurking for split seconds. But the same way, I'm just being hypothetical for the purpose of YouTube, so they can't call me unhinged, can they? But let me move it on, because that's 7 minutes, yeah. I know, probably on a time limit because of phone storage. Neither really touched on what I was going to touch on, did I? But like I said, in the film, they talk about perfect organism. You already are the perfect organism. This human avatar, skin suit, or it's a space suit, yeah, it looks biological, but really my immortal soul is within. So even if they blast it with a shotgun, or really with a fucking nuclear bomb, and I just phase out in seconds, and milliseconds, nanoseconds, whatever, my immortal soul is still in this simulated reality, and it can flicker back up. And you could imagine like a fucking electrified net that zaps it, and I'll go straight to the next avatar for the next lifetime. But I'm in this physical avatar, in this timeline, for a specific reason, and so are you, hence seeing this fucking video, bruv, yeah. So let me keep it going. Like I said, perfect organism, you already are one, yeah, and I get it, I'm self-aware. Some people might be like, oh, but Josh, if a tiger came into this house, thankfully there isn't any. You get me? Yeah. But cool, let me keep it going, because I don't want to get too, you know, on tangents and but say something knowing full well how it sounds, but saying it in a way that can be kind of humorous, but I say it with a straight face, yeah. That's the last little thing I'll touch on, yeah. Yeah, cool. Again, with a lot of the sci-fi stuff, of course it's always the future, as much as, like I say, it's only ever the here and now, but in the essence of, you know, a timeline, yeah, in the calendars and whatnot, yeah, and it's currently 2024, yeah, and eventually it'll be 2044, and then 2104. Do your research on those 2 years that I mentioned, yeah. In the same way, I'll leave a link to Jason Brashear's RKX YouTube channel, RKX being an anagram for Advanced Research in Chronology and History of Artificial Intelligence X, yeah. He can explain it better than me. But cool. The same thought that popped in my head a few years ago, and I'm yet to really articulate it properly on a YouTube video, but the same way I'll chop up my own YouTube videos for the YouTube shorts, so I'll say it in this one right now for future Josh, yeah? When you look at the years of the calendar and the current timeline we're on, if you go into your mind palace and visualise it as, oh yeah, it's almost like, okay, we lose a little bit, but it's almost like looking at a digital clock. So it's currently the year 2024, which is basically 24 minutes past 8 p.m. Yeah, on a digital clock. Okay, cool. Once it gets to 2059, in the essence of time, it'll be 9 o'clock. You get what I'm saying? But But knowing what I know and what we know, yeah, this is why it fucking resonates, bro. We know we've been misinformed, misled, and purposefully lied to about everything you can imagine, but specifically that point of time, and also staying on that train of thought as this current timeline continues. But eventually we're going to get to a point where it doesn't matter what you believe in, the sun, the moon, this dome almost thing that you see above you when you really look, or when you look at the night sky, yeah, knowing that it's a simulation, bro. Like I say with the sci-fi films, and it's like, yeah, the vast infinite cosmos of space, and use the infinite fragments, and your life is meaningless, so make the most of it and have fun, but it doesn't mean anything. No, you're in a simulated reality for a multitude of reasons, but you already are an immortal soul. So in this specific franchise and film that I'm talking about, I'm not about humans and immortality. You already are immortal, bro. That's why we get these skin suits, the space suits that are meant to degrade and go back to nature, the beautiful, infinite nature, yeah, that obviously the AI is trying to always replicate, but that's a story for another day. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Eventually, like I said, in this specific timeline, eventually, bro, the battle horns will start going, the sun, the moon, all of that stuff, it'll start to crumble. The way time works anyway, as in the sun going up, the sun going down. You can look at your watch, it don't really make sense. We can stand and look and watch the sun and look at the sundial, and it don't seem to make sense. So obviously, like I said, you can imagine eventually this simulation and this timeline. The reason why I keep doing that, because it's just mouth noises, but you get what I'm saying. Eventually, the year we all get to leave, and eventually it would be like a higher perspective of going, bro, I'm never doing that again as a human. It's low-key kind of fun. So we probably will do it again, but like I said, bruv, when I've said it in the past, and I've said it's like being on a roller coaster, bruv, and in the moment, sometimes like, bruv, the second I get off this bitch, I ain't ever coming back on ever a fucking again, bro, yeah. But as we know, bruv, when eventually the headsets come off, it's like, oh yeah, I was a human, and I can look at all these different avatars and timelines I experienced, and these different things and these life lessons that my immortal soul just experienced anyway, because at the highest fucking level, I'm God, the universe, so are you, so we all are. Hence why we're fragmented and split ourselves up into different immortal souls, like a octopus tentacle that's connected to the same entity, to experience, you know, duality in this simulation. But do you know what I mean, bruv? This point is being God forever, because you already are God forever. So God said, you know what, let me just experience what it'd be like to not understand forever and eternity. And then even further down the line, like we said, this simulated reality we're in. But that's enough rambling. That's why they're going to say Unhinged on the AI. That's why some people, shit man, watching these videos, I understand sometimes it might take 2 or 3 watching, or maybe you have to rewind a little bit to finish that point, but what was I already talking about, so eventually when I come back to it and finish the point, which I do my best to, you know, always do eventually. But anyway, that's 13 minutes. Let me get one more point out and then that'll do, bruv. Yeah, I don't mean to keep clicking my fingers, bruv, but obviously sometimes I develop like tics that last for the space of a minute or a video. Something I made the joke to one of my fellow brothers the other day, and we were fucking laughing about, because I was purposely saying it in the sense of like saying we're in a simulation, because sometimes he understands when I've said it and he's like, you know what, bruv, I can't argue it. Then other times he's just like, you really believe that? And I said, it's not a belief, yeah, it's a knowledge and a gnosis, because I know it is. But anyway, and I made the joke, bruv, about the flat earth thing, because obviously it's not about being, you know, on a sphere, on the earth, in space. It's not about, no, it's actually a flat earth. It's, we're in a simulation. So whatever you believe, the AI will show you continuation of what you believe. So it's confirmation bias. What's that? You believe this? Okay, here's the information that confirms that. So keep going with that, bro. And then if you shatter your own paradigm and go in a different direction, you will continually see things to keep pulling you on said direction. But because it's all the illusion, bro, the only thing that exists is the infinite void that we all come from, that we articulate as God in the universe. But cool, yeah. And I made the joke to him, bruv. I said, nah, we're not on the earth. I was saying it like this, yeah. So I'll do it the way I said it to my boy, and then we'll go from there. Because he made a joke about flat earth and then simulation. I said, nah, what it is, bruv. And he was like, yeah. I said, nah, what it is, bruv. Imagine people think we live like a ball, innit? He's like, yeah, yeah. I said, imagine like a hamster ball. He's like, yeah. We're not on the hamster ball. We're in the hamster ball. And he was like, oh, that's fucking smart, bro. And we're purposely talking in that voice because we're just being fucking idiots at the time for the fuck of it and for banter. But, like I said, bro, imagine that. Imagine like a ball, a hamster ball. Yeah, if you get what I'm saying, yeah. You know, the ones that, and it rolls along, yeah. I know people understand what I'm saying, but my brain is telling me that they don't, yeah. If you don't go to Pets at Home and say, can you show me the hamster balls, and look at it, look at the little picture of a hamster inside and go, oh yeah, that's what Josh was talking about in that Unhinged YouTube video. Alien Romulus, it's alright. Save your money in it. Wait till it comes on fucking Netflix or something. Anyway, imagine filling that halfway with dirt and then you're stood on top of it, bruv, yeah? And then again, you can even go deeper into your mind palace and understand that that's literally the simulation we're in, which I've mentioned a multitude of times, and I mentioned whatever. I did a little diagram in one of the videos as well, a few videos back. It might have been the Kundalini one. But again, it doesn't matter while you're inside the hamster ball, whether it's a flat plane or whether it is a spherical object floating in infinity. You're in the hamster ball, bro, yeah? So until you leave, does it really fucking matter? You get what I'm saying? Yeah? But putting that to one side, that's about it, bro. I think for once I've exhausted everything I wanted specifically to say in a video, much it was a bit unhinged. That last little point was just in my own current personal life, I keep coming full circle that you know the path, you got to walk the path. It's a continuation of walking the path. Ultimately, it's all going to manifest. It's all going to manifest whichever way it does anyway. And at the highest level, bruv, it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. Because I get to leave, and so do you. And that's why they don't like us. That's why this AI that I'm, referencing, that's why it doesn't like us. Because imagine having all the data of humanity and whatever, and nature, and being able to have all of that like a digital bookshelf of information, and knowing or figuring out whatever, or having it on a screen. No matter what you do, bruv, you're stuck in here, yeah? So this is your mission, this is your programming, and you've just got to keep going. But don't worry, every now and then we'll control all, and you get to completely take over and fucking morph through the fucking sky as it all pixelates and opens up and just fucking start wreaking havoc and do whatever you want. Once. There is no once because it's AI, yeah. I understand that might be a bit cryptic for some people. Some people are like, what the fuck is this geezer on about? But just meditate, bruv, yeah. Literally go. You don't always have to do it like that, but just. And everything I'm saying, it's all going to make sense because you already know anyway. All of this information, I'm just tapping into it the same way you can tap into it, bruv, yeah. Like I said, man. And as well, the last note that I keep looking at, I'm not actually saying out loud. The other thing in my current personal life, I was like, when I mentioned getting this job and the money, and I'm in a gym environment, I'm literally in the same gym I was already in, but I know the path, bro, yeah. I can't just accept the blue pill. I can't just think, yeah, I get the money and I've got access to all this food and caffeine, and I can just hit the weights and get big boy bodybuilder and look at all these sexy gal walking in here. As long as I'm kind of on semen retention, I'm going to get the female attraction anyway. But it's like, it's not a real safety net. It's the spider web of the matrix that I've only got one hand free, but I can't just get stuck to like glue, yeah. And then the AI starts wrapping you up in the web, yeah. It's going to eventually just fucking, the truth of reality, but this blue pill's so tasty, yeah? Like a blue jelly bean. That'll do. Anyway, steps on your purpose, yeah, let's fucking go. Like for my fellow brothers, semen retention, temporary celibacy, yeah. I'm sure you've got all the gal blowing up your phone, but semen retention, once you get the gal and you're entertaining that and whatever, do your own thing, yeah. But my advice, the tantric, so you can still retain your energy, send it to your higher centers, meditate, do the breath work. You'll see through the illusion on a daily fucking basis. It will make it so much easier to make better choices, yeah. The little devil on your shoulder analogy, you can just flick that bitch off. And the other one is still part of the illusion because it's about your higher centers, yeah. It's not duality. Steps on your purpose, let's fucking go, yeah. But